Sorry, it hit that. It's 4 seconds. It's not enough of a beat. It hits so hard. Black folks, we love a good rhythm. Hello, hello, and welcome to another episode of To Be Announced. This is the show where we're giving you some of the top stories in the geek culture space. Thank you very much for joining us. Sorry, I'm thinking about Magus. Damn it! Already, so I'm already thinking about that. Shouldn't have
Magus.
Shouldn't have
Magus.
Magus. I am Antonio Barbares, aka the Hungry Bleak.
I am a Jabba Chan, but y'all know me as Jabba for short. What's up, everybody?
And hey, it's me, Joy Infinity. How y'all doing?
So I hope everyone's had a great day, great week, whatever you got going on. Hope you enjoyed the weekend, and if you celebrated the holiday, hope it was a great one for you. If you did not celebrate the holiday, I hope you enjoyed your time off or what have you, or your friends or family, whatever it was. And I hope you ate well and had a great time. Awesome. So let's start up with some of these news stories of the week. So Joe Quesada signed a first look deal with Amazon to develop and adapt comic book based movies and series. This was reported by a Hollywood Reporter. This is awesome. I've been saying for about maybe a year or so, or maybe a little bit longer than that Amazon has actually kind of been beating Netflix and Disney Plus as far as like quality. You look at some of the shows that they have on there now, some of their original shows. Now, obviously, if you go more comic booky, you can go Invincible, which is an incredible adaptation of the comic book, which is in my top 3 comic books. You also have The Boys, which
love it,
is great, and it's honestly both are updated so very well. But then if you go off comic book, The Peripheral, incredible. You have Jack Reacher. You have what is some of the Paper Girls unfortunately didn't do as well. It was canceled after 1 season, but it looks really great, and that's after comic book as well. You have was it The Marvelous Miss Maisel?
Yeah, that was really popular.
Exactly. I think the new season just started as well. You have Hunters, which the new season started maybe about a month or 2 months ago. The second season, it's only going to be 2 seasons. So you have a lot of these great series. They have really quality stuff going on, and a lot of incredible original items as well. So I'm all for this. And if they're going to bring more indie stuff to Amazon and develop it for series or movies, I'm all for it. You know, what do you guys think?
Yeah, and I just want some good streaming quality stuff to watch, and not have to scroll through like YouTube and try and find something to watch.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'd have to get back into Amazon in terms of The Boys and Swarm and all these other shows that are coming out.
Yeah,
I've held out because I was just like, all right, once I get into a TV show, I am in it. So I've been holding out on The Boys, but I do agree that Amazon's killing it, like really killing it.
Yeah, they really are. All this talk about boys. Heavens to Murgatroyd. I love making people know. I love making people not realize what's going on with me. I truly enjoy it. I love making y'all wonder. It's funny as hell to me. So this is really cool. And I mean, Joe Quesada has been this incredible icon as far as Marvel goes. And he was with Marvel for so many years, and for him to leave, and everybody was wondering what he was going to do. And for this to happen, really great. I'm really excited to see what he does, and congratulations to him. I mean, I'm sure I'm sure they backed up the yacht and it's full of cash, doubloons, gold, bricks, and probably diamonds.
Can they spare me $1? Shoot, I'm broke.
Same.
Like recession people.
Yes, and not just hairlines. What's our what's and what's our next story, Java?
Lord.
All right, so our next story is we are going to talk about a very dynamic duo, which I didn't expect, but I actually do like this one. If any of you guys are fans of The Mandalorian, which is now on their, I believe it's their 3rd season, we now got pics of the beautiful Lizzo and the amazing Jack Black are now a couple in the show. In the show, people. I'm like, I don't want people to start coming at us. But in the show, they are now considered what they don the name of King and Queen of the Mandalorian. I've seen pics from their TikToks and Instagrams, and they look so cute. And their chemistry, just behind the scenes, it's perfect. It's like y'all should have been collabing before.
Mhm.
And if you guys are looking to see which episode, you can find them on there on season 3, episode 6 of The Mandalorian on Disney Plus.
I love the two of them separately.
Mm-hmm.
So this is actually a big week for Jack Black. Then you have another story that involves Jack Black as well, which is also, I mean, great for them. Lizzo is, the minute I saw her doing the flute, and I didn't realize who she was when I saw her playing this flute with Ron Burgundy, years ago, before she really blew up. I didn't know who she was. I was like, yo, she is killing this flute. How many people do you see playing a flute and rocking it like this? And then I was like, oh wait, she's twerking while she's doing the flute. Yeah, that's coordination, because playing an instrument is hard enough, but then to also move the area, I was like, wow, that's awesome. So
but I would love to see them do definitely a music collab, because a lot of people don't know that Jack Black is a musician, aka Tenacious D.
Yes.
And they do have albums. They do he has his own albums with his other buddies. Imagine those two just having a, how should I say, a comedy album where it's their songs have comedy skits into them. If you ever listen to a Tenacious D album, it's good, but there's always storytelling. It's literally a whole story, an audio.
Yes.
Audiobook, just listening to it. I'm I can get behind this.
I am so happy for them. Oh my God. Oh.
I could see this being a stage thing too.
Oh yeah.
And wardrobe changes, obviously, and all types of, this is awesome. So I have to get back to the Mandalorian. I have to watch the last 3 episodes. I try to watch the last 2 to 3 episodes of the previous season, just so I know where I'm at. Because it's been a while since I watched it. So I want to get back into it and jump into it.
I'm only on season 1, episode 1, because I didn't even start it yet. But I know of the Mandalorian because of, Daddy Pascal and Baby Yoda. So I'm sorry.
Yes.
Sorry. I'm in the same boat. I haven't watched it either. I mean, I have plenty of friends that love it and obsessed with it. I'm like, great. But I just haven't taken the time to get into
on my
show.
queue list of stuff I need to watch. So
exactly.
It's the thing. It's really good. I'm not a huge Star Wars person as much as I was, but it's really good. It is. It's more it kind of is it kind of harkens back to the 80s shows.
Oh yeah,
A-Team and all that stuff, where it's every week there's something new, but then there's still this kind of link between everything, and it kind of interplays between the other shows as well. Except for Andor, because we all know what happened at the end of Rogue One, which is probably one of my favorite. Probably one of my favorite Star Wars movies, though.
No, we don't. I have no idea.
I do. I saw Rogue One, and that was.
You weren't expecting it. You weren't expecting that. You weren't expecting it. But then it leads right into A New Hope. That's what I love about it, because I've always wondered what happened before, and they gave it to you, and you were like, and it actually makes everything have more gravitas.
Yeah.
You go, oh wow, it wasn't just some lighthearted, hey, we're waving these light sticks around.
No, it was honestly, the best way I could resonate with Rogue One was when I played Halo Reach and how that ended. Because I'm I did all of this.
Yeah.
All of this. And this is what happens. I'm like, we better get this stuff right for the rest of the series. I'm like, we better get stuff right. So I know exactly how that was. I'm sitting there, I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Damn. Like, oh no.
But it's
why?
Yeah. It was just one of the better ones. And plus we get Donnie Yen.
Mm-hmm.
He's in it? Wow.
Yeah, he's I loved it. I might actually try to go see John Wick 4 tomorrow just because of Donnie Yen. I'm just a huge fan of Donnie Yen. He's just one of the coolest guys. He just is.
He is fun.
What do you he just seems so cool too. He walks he wakes up and he ain't even got to brush his teeth. He's like, yeah, I'm good. His breath is already good. His breath is already just cool and minty fresh.
Yes.
I don't know. What have you got for us, Joy?
So, I am PlayStation fangirl all day, and I saw a story that made me think, could this be real? So Sony may not, rumored to have the next PlayStation handheld. Now, of course, this is my last handheld that I've ever had, was the PSP. And this is PSP, this is the Assassin's Creed one. So I'm like, okay, are they going to have one? So it says that it's codenamed the Q Lite, and it's possibly a handheld, but it also could be not a cloud-based system. It might be more so for the PlayStation 5 remote play. So I'm anxious to see if it's going to be something, because I would love to get back into handheld, especially that I'm using my phone more than ever. And instead of using the PSP, I've been using this for my phone. So I still want to be a part of that world, but I want to know if Sony's going to like actually do it, or are they just going to be like, this is just something that we could, it's only if you have a PS5 or something. But what do you guys think about getting back into handhelds?
I'm gonna let Java go for it because I could just see her, because she's always looking at Java like she got that Birdman thing. She like,
because it's not even a satisfying Birdman. It's just like they're gonna mess with my money.
Yeah,
because I like I said, I'm with Joy. I am a Sony diehard through and through. Even though I do have other consoles, but it's their online network is the only thing that's gonna trip me up if I even want to get another handheld. Prime example, I missed out on getting the PSP. So I didn't get to play any like the PSP games at the time. So when the Vita came out, I'm like, okay, cool. First game I wanted to get was Final Fantasy Crisis Core.
Yep.
Was not on the network. You couldn't buy digitally. And I'm like, for the longest. And I'm like, why can't I buy it? I think it was between that and Birth by Sleep, like Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. I could not find those online. Yeah. You couldn't find them on the network. Those were at the time only physical copies.
Yep.
And I'm like, I bought the Vita for like those reasons where like if these were games that I missed, I could download on the network, take my money, and I could play them. What happens? I wait nearly, I'm putting some age here, let's say 10 years times 2, just to get these games to play them. So I'm like, do I really want to dish out money to play certain games I couldn't play at the time if they're not going to put them on the network?
That's absolutely right.
Yeah, that's why I automatically deferred to Job. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna let Job it, because Job was already up here like,
it's a pet peeve. It's like,
no,
even if it wasn't like those two games, like if it was like another game that you wanted to get but you couldn't get because you didn't have the right equipment, but now that you have, like, you know, you got the money, you bought it, it's not on the network, and it's like, I did all these things for what? For what?
No, that's completely valid. That's a completely valid. I did not get the Vita. I did not do the handheld. I didn't do it because I never even had I think I had the very first Game Boy, like the green. I didn't have any of the others because thank you. My
spoiled self was like, oh my god, okay.
That's as bad as the Kevin Hart. Damn, and he was looking at him like, just really. It just. Well, I had the old, like, what company was it that did Ninja Gaiden and Namco, the old Namco games, like the handhelds with the AA, AAAs in them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that like Tiger Electronics?
Yeah, like those.
Was it a plastic and you get the buttons and then, oh my god, like double
like that horrible sound. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Poor baby.
The gray's here for a reason, folks. It's not.
Oh.
It's not.
No, it's just stress. It's just stress, people.
It's not. It's
just stress.
Oh.
It's not. It's not like me just going, yeah, I'm just gonna look real cool with this. So, like, handheld has a place for me, but I like being at home and relaxing and being all into the game and just immersing myself literally into the game. But I'm at the point now where I'm like, you know what? If it's cool and it's handheld and I like it, and I can be on a train, let's say, going to New York, or I can be like in an airport, hopefully in the next few months, in an airport, you know, flying somewhere. I can just just flow into that game. Like if I can get a game that I can just play like that and then put down, like something like if I got like a Uno or something like that, whatever, Uno,
Right.
like
Yeah.
that, I'll dig it. So I'm all for it. But Jabba does have a very good point about the network thing and what's good. What are those specs going to be like?
Like,
But
what's
again,
the catalog going to be?
exactly. But again, you did say, I mean, this is rumored. It's not confirmed yet.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with that. I would be excited to see what happens. Also, price tag is going to be very important to me as well.
Yes.
Price.
Absolutely agreed.
And does it
yeah.
connect to a PS4? Because I still have PS4. I still have the previous generation.
That's
Same.
Yeah.
Will
No.
PlayStation Plus, your membership tier, factor into it as well?
Oh my god. Ugh.
There are a lot of questions.
Mm-hmm.
I personally think that they've just
All
done
valid.
absolutely too much. They've done too much with PlayStation. Like they tried to make something simple and then they made it way more complicated and then started shutting things down. And then like, well, now we know the games that you like. We're just gonna put them over here on this tier and basic, essential. What? Like I don't like what they're doing right now. But
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it either because I'm like, wait, I've been PlayStation Plus for
years.
5-6 years straight now, and you get nothing, not grandfathered in, nothing, not nothing, all nada, nunca. I got nunca.
Oof.
Pobrecito.
Yeah. If anything, I'm just jealous because I didn't get the Vita, but I loved that I was able to play a Vita game on my PlayStation 4 from the network. So I was like, well, can't they learn from that? Especially, I don't know. Did you play this game? Gravity Rush?
Yes, I played it on the Vita at the time, and it's a good game. I haven't finished it though, but I like Gravity Rush.
It was wonderful. It was awesome, and I didn't realize that was a Vita game until I eventually started Googling it, and I was like, oh my god, thank God for that. But if it was backwards, like how you said before, that would have been awful, like absolutely awful. And I'm sorry that you went through that, but yeah, all these factors are in. So we'll see what PlayStation does, Sony does.
I'm also curious if it would be backwards compatible with. Like, I don't know if people still have the games like that, but would it be backwards compatible with the previous iterations games?
Sony doesn't
Or
like
if it would
back.
be already part of the network. Like, there's a lot of
the only thing is though, like from having a Vita, like obviously from the disc that used to be on the PSP, y'all went down to like literally the size of a micro SD card for the game. So obviously you can't like do it physically backwards compatible, but logically speaking, logically speaking, if you would buy it digitally, you should be able to. They should have the option to where you could play on like from like the Vita and the PSP, but I don't know if PSP is still active, which I highly doubt because I think their network is completely shut down.
Yeah.
And I don't know about for the PS Vita now either, because that's also technically obsolete at the moment.
Yeah, there will be a lot of questions, but we will keep up on this because I mean, if it's cool, if it's there, if it's right, and the price is good, I mean, I'm there. But we'll let you know what's going on with it because it sounds like it might be a pretty cool thing. Because I mean, the handheld market has been, I mean, just pretty much run by Nintendo.
Yes.
So if you get somebody else in there with some different games and some exclusives to that particular company, I mean, this will be awesome. So we're looking forward to that. My next story is DC. Before you throw chairs, put down the forks and the pitchforks and the flaming torches. Hold on. We have the trailer for Blue Beetle. Trailer looks pretty cool. Now, this is what I'm going to say about this. Trailer looks pretty cool, and this has the potential. Again, simmer down, folks. This has the potential to be in the same tier as possibly Black Panther and Shang-Chi. Hold on. Let me explain for a second, please. So, if you were to ask me what my favorite MCU movies are, I'm going to say Winter Soldier because I love a good spy thriller. It's awesome. I'm going to say, I mean, obviously, Infinity War and Endgame. I mean, everything comes to a culmination. You're getting that final battle, and you get hit in the heart, but then you get literally resurrected at the end, and you get those callbacks on your left. She's not alone. Mr. Stark, you get those moments. So that's great. But if you say, oh, not Black Panther, I'm like, oh, what? Black Panther, World of Wakanda, and Shang-Chi are in their own tier. Even to a certain extent, and this is going to sound weird, Black Widow on their own tier, because Shang-Chi and Black Panther are cultural.
Mm-hmm.
So they took a culture that is not seen in these movies at all. Let's be real. Let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
And touched upon it so well and gave these characters such depth and a whole world that you're seeing that's different from what was happening in New York and everything else. You got these characters who you can more identify with, that you can see there, and you have just something deeper there because it's a cultural thing, and you touch on the culture very well. So they're in their own tier, they're in their own class. They're going to always be top. If you get okay, you can either watch Winter Soldier or you can watch Black Panther. I've been watching Black Panther for 5 minutes, man. I've been way ahead of you. What are you doing? Blue Beetle has that potential because it is about a Latinx family. The main character, Jaime Reyes, gets this scarab from Cord Industries. If you know the name Cord, you know about the Blue Beetle's history. And he ends up the scarab actually bonds with Jaime and becomes this blue suit. Looks like a beetle, kind of. Mm-hmm. And the prime focus of the beetle is to protect the wearer, but it also has some ties to evil. If you watch Young Justice, then you know Blue Beetle. Okay. And how the beetle actually talks to him, but he's the only one but Jaime's the only one that can hear it. But you're going to see some things that are, even in the trailer, you can see some cultural things that were there. So you can have potential for this movie to might be a box office smash, might be a dud, might be mid. Either way, you still have the potential for this cultural experience. And something that we haven't gotten from DC that I can think of, we haven't gotten a cultures outside of white.
Nope.
Yep.
We haven't.
Nope.
The closest we got was Aquaman.
I wouldn't call that. Nope.
And that's why I say that's the closest.
What about Wonder Woman?
No.
Nope.
I'm not saying because I wanted to make a case for it, and I was like, that's the only one I can remember right now.
But I know what you're saying. It's mythological culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess because you do see that. But the closest is going to be Aquaman, and that's by like way far. So the trailer looks great, but the job of a trailer is to look great. I want to see where this movie, and this is still from the old regime. This is not from the new regime.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So there's still that. So we'll see where this goes. I am kind of excited because I want to see this movie. I kind of enjoyed Black Adam more for the Justice Society because I wanted to see them, and I wanted to see a Hawkman. I wanted to see this version of Hawkman, and I wanted to see whether he was going to be Thanagarian. The minute I said Hawkman, I knew your face was going to turn up. But I wanted to see if it was going to be Thanagarian or if it was going to be Resurrection backstory. I didn't know which one it was going to be, but I knew that I was going to see Hawk because I had a chance. Because if we were going to see Thanagarians, that means we're going into space. We're going to get more of an intergalactic story, and I want to see where that was going to go. But yeah, that's pretty much what we got. They may have been going intergalactic because of Superman being at the end. Spoiler. But I don't know. I don't know which one you prefer. That's why I said both choices. But it would have been cool to see where we're going to go, or if it was a combination of both. You know what I mean? I don't know. But yes, I'm midly excited about this movie, Blue Beetle. Have you seen the trailer, and what did you think?
I haven't seen the trailer yet. I know I've seen clips from like Instagram and like TikTok and stuff to show it. I do know of Blue Beetle from like obviously like Young Justice, and then also from the other DC animated movies, and also I think wasn't he in like I know this is like very far off, but I think he was in DC versus Mortal Kombat at one point as one of the characters, if I'm correct. Or no, or was it Injustice? I think it was Injustice. I'm thinking of
Injustice. I think
Yeah.
he was in one of the series too. One of the TV shows. I don't remember which one though.
Yeah, so like I want to see how it is because I don't have like much knowledge just only from like the animated stuff that I've seen so far. So I'm interested.
Yeah. Joy.
I have not seen the trailer. I barely have seen anything about it on anything. Sorry to say, like if I've seen it, I was like, "Oh, Blue Beetle," but then I just kept scrolling. Like I really wasn't looking at it. I have not watched Young Justice, so I mean, I'm interested in it just because you explained it like this.
Mhm.
Didn't know that he was a Latin, Latine or Latinx, Latin character, at all, Latino character. So it's nice to at least get that exposure. But I'd like to watch it. The trailer.
Yeah, the trailer's actually pretty cool, and if anything, this will actually help hopefully to boost the character because the character has been a popular character. I think Jaime Reyes is the third Blue Beetle, I want to say, because DC has a habit of having like legacy characters for real, and the character before him, Ted Kord, if I remember correctly, died horribly, but didn't have that Blue Beetle scarab in him. It was a different thing. So this, if anything, it'll bring more light to the character, more sales for books, maybe more series, bigger series, anything like that. I like anything that brings light to characters that you may not know or that are kind of B or C level characters. So I'm excited for that. And I'm excited for this cast too. George Lopez is in the movie. He plays, I want to say, his Tio possibly.
George Lopez?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh my god.
He actually does. There's a line at the end of the trailer. Spoiler alert! At the end of the trailer, they're talking about something, and he's like,
I think I know what
Batman's a hero.
About. He's like,
George
Batman's
Lopez.
a fascist or something like that.
Yeah,
I'm
like he's under a desk fixing something, and he turns around. Imperfect George Lopez. I mean, just everything. He just Batman is a fascist, and he goes back under the desk and keeps fixing it. He's not wrong. So yeah, there's that.
Wow.
So that yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, if you have a chance, check it out. I enjoyed it. We'll see what happens. What's our next story?
So that would be me. Our next story is, first of all, who is a Super Mario Brothers fan? Raise your hand. I know.
Oh, that's a me.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure with half of the games that we have played, we probably lost some type of friendship one way or another. But like, as they say, it's a game.
Mario Kart.
Oh god.
Mario
No.
Party. Smash Brothers.
Smash Brothers, yeah.
Bro.
But let's continue on. As you guys know, Super Mario Brothers, the movie dropped this past week, and just as of Friday, like Mario is making some money. Like he making money. Like just alone, like on his I believe at Friday, he grossed at like 55 million.
Wow.
And for actually a 5-day domestic debut of probably 195 million or more to happen for this entire weekend. Obviously, we know that with Friday, most people are off, so it gives you more chance to go watch the movie. So at least by Monday, Homeboy's making bank. Like he is making money. And from the reviews that I've seen, at least from like our community as gamers, people enjoyed it. Obviously, you got those more hardcores like, oh, well, it didn't make any sense. I don't understand it. I'm like, dude, it's a video game, okay? Before he was Mario, he was Jumpman. We all know this, okay?
Yes.
like the man didn't have a name. You were just Jumpman, all right? That was it. But yeah, so I still have to get my tickets to go actually see this movie. I want to enjoy it. I already know that like the cast is great, which I'll have another story about that to get into a little bit later. But I'm excited. I do like how the animation is for this movie. Obviously there's been multiple trailers, so I'm pretty sure you guys have seen it too. But like, what are you guys' thoughts on like the Mario movie coming out?
I mean, so my only thing was probably like everybody else. I really didn't care for a certain person to be voicing Mario. Like I thought everybody else was pretty good, but it was just if he's still the person that's voicing Mario, it feels weird to me. But I mean, I still would like to see it. I'm not gonna go out my way immediately.
Mhm.
I know baby's nephew saw it with schools are taking their classes to see it. So
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
that's
We're
a
going
thing.
back to the movies now for a school trip. Let me come.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my closest to this movie has been I went to the Nintendo store recently in the
Mhm.
city, and they have like the shoes, I think. Like there's something that's in the box. Like they do have merch and things for the Nintendo store. So whenever you want to come up to the city, and if you haven't gone there before, like definitely go check it out. But yeah, I like to watch it preferably at home because I'm about that life now. But
Yeah,
if it does well, it does well.
I feel like if it does happen to go onto a streaming platform, I'm gonna go with either HBO Max or Paramount.
Oh,
I feel like it's gonna be on one of those two.
I hope it's HBO.
Same, because that's all I got.
I mean,
Oh,
But Antonio, what are your thoughts on the movie?
I definitely look. A lot of the movies that we see are, I mean, like John Wick, like more action oriented, like more like this. I love the fact that this is a fun, lighthearted movie, and it takes us back to our childhood.
Mm-hmm.
Because for the people who are talking about, oh, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make sense. Does the game itself make any sense?
Not
No.
necessarily. It's just
A
different
plumber.
stories almost every game.
Yeah, a plumber named Mario is in the tubes. He's fighting plants. He's saving this princess who is never in the castle
That part.
against this huge. Like, none of the game makes sense. None of it. None of the game makes sense. That's the thing. None of it. If you say, oh, this doesn't make any sense, does it make any sense for a billionaire to be beating up homeless people and the mentally ill and disturbed in the city? Meanwhile, he has billions of dollars. Yes, that's my one per show. I will continue to say something about Bruce every episode. I don't care. I do not care. But you know what I mean? But if it's something that's just fun and lighthearted, and you can just go and have a great time, and you can take your kids, and it's great, and it's also over a holiday weekend. And you can take your kids and have fun, and you don't have to worry about. And not that I'm against movies that are more mature rated or anything like that. I see them myself. But to be able to go into a movie and just go, ooh, and just have fun and laugh and be okay and be taken, and you don't have to think about the plot of, well, where's this character and this, what's going to happen next. So you're just sitting there having fun. I'm all for that, and I love the animation. It looks incredible. And I do know about the person that is saying the voice acting. That person, to me, I'm not a huge fan of that person. I think of that person as a Great Values Ryan Reynolds.
Yes. Oh my god.
Wow.
But the last couple of things I've seen them in, I have enjoyed on Amazon.
Okay.
The Tomorrow War.
Yep.
And the Terminal List. And that's them being more of a... It's Chris Pratt, obviously, folks.
Yes.
I don't even know why I'm not saying his name. But his more serious stuff, and I kind of like it because I'm expecting him to bust a joke and he doesn't. And I like that. So if this is him doing this, I'm kind of... all right, cool, fine. I might enjoy this more than I enjoy him as Star-Lord. But I do want to see this. There's a few movies I want to see. I don't think I'm going to get to go see them, unfortunately, just because everything just came in one lump sum.
Yeah.
And I just have things to do. I'm reading comics. I'm producing shows here, folks. I'm trying to find the next purple shirt that I'm going to wear for you all. I got a lot of stuff going on here. Folks. But yeah, it looks great. I would say it probably will be on HBO Max because of the money it's making.
Yeah.
And because of the profile. Like there's and I hate to say it like this, but there's almost a tier system for the things, but you'll find some gems on Peacock and Paramount. That money, because Knock at the Cabin came on Peacock. Nobody knew it was there. I was like, yo, y'all know us. Peacock seems to be the one that'll do more horror because they also did the one with the girl robot, Megan.
That's on Peacock.
That
Bruh.
Arrest My Case. Yes, because when that happened, I said,
see the little dancing creepy dog like
that
trying to
scene
put it down and twerk.
That scene is not. That scene was so free. I was like, why are you moving like that? I was like, that's not. And it's so they seem to do more of the horror. Paramount does like almost like they were the first ones to do Top Gun Maverick.
Okay.
They had it there. But yeah, you'll find different ones that, whatever your tier system is, but there is a tier system. Netflix isn't getting them automatically anymore. They're
No.
not,
No.
which makes it difficult, but I kind of like it in a way. I don't know, it's weird. But yeah, I'm all for watching it. If I can get to it, I will get to it. I have a list, unfortunately, of movies, but I have HBO Max, so we'll be watching it at home. I don't know why I just gave you the Kevin Gunn, the Kevin Hart finger guns. I don't know.
If anything, I just want this movie, which is maybe a stretch, who knows, but I want this movie to make me feel the same way I felt about the Sonic movies. Like, I'm not
Right.
going in it for,
There you go.
I mean, it's cute to see the lore and to be like, oh, they made this reference, but like, I don't really need to think hard about this. I just want it's fun, lighthearted. It's cute for the kids. It's cute for the family. Like, if they can do what they did with Sonic to Super Mario, great. Because the other movies, the live action ones, still a little scarring. But
Mm.
just do that. Make it simple. Make it fun. It's
Yeah.
2023.
I think a lot of times when we forget fun. We're looking for the nuance and the subtext, and I'm like,
No, I just want to laugh.
yeah. Sometimes you just want to laugh. We've been through a lot the last like 3-4 years. Let's just laugh at some stuff. Seriously,
X.
Yes.
wildin'. What's our next story?
If that would be for you, sir.
Oh, that is me.
Hey,
Yeah, that is I. Who is the one? Who is he? Wow.
that's you.
I am the one who shall not be named, but will be named constantly because my name is up there. Awesome. So, wrestling news. Yes, we will be talking about wrestling sometimes, folks. This past weekend was WrestleMania. Well, actually, the weekend before was WrestleMania. It's a big, huge event. Since the pandemic, it's actually been on 2 nights now because it used to be 1 night, but it would be like 12 hours, legit. And that's including like the kick, because you got to get it there early. You got the kickoff show and everything like that, what have you. So, what have you. So, yeah, got that going on. But also, we also have the company AEW, All Elite Wrestling. So those are the 2 top companies, the 2 top Western companies, like as far as like North America. They're probably might be maybe 2 of the biggest companies aside from New Japan Pro Wrestling as well. You have some smaller companies that are on TV like Impact and MLW. Ring of Honor actually just got their deal, but it's more of an on-demand service. But they're actually owned by Tony Khan, who owns AEW. Anyway, so yes, folks, I do know about wrestling. I watch a plethora of it. So one of the top wrestlers who was a free agent, Jay White. Jay White was in New Japan. He started out actually, I want to say, in Ring of Honor. Then he went to New Japan. He was in their Young Lions Club. Then he became full-fledged, and he became Switchblade Jay White, King Switch. He was the leader of Bullet Club for the last couple of years. Recently, he had a match, and he was actually he lost, so he was kicked out of New Japan. But they also have New Japan Power, which is the New Japan division that is held here in America. But he had a match there with Eddie Kingston, one of my favorites, and it was if he lost, he was out. So he lost and he was out. So he was out of New Japan altogether. This past week, he showed up in AEW to help out one of his Bullet Club member friends of Rock Hard, Juice Robinson. I couldn't make up that name if I tried, folks. I couldn't. I don't know why he went with Rock Hard. Rock Hard Juice is just the beginning of that name is wrong. Where are we going with this? Robinson. Okay, cool, great. You saved it at the end. You got to wait to the end of the story to really get the panache of it. But yeah, he's one of the best out there. Incredible heel, and he is now as they'll put up the pictures of. So Jay White is All Elite. So this is a really great. This is a fun moment for me. The amazing storytelling that they can do, and I love. He's one of my favorite heels. I love the fact that he's King Switch, and this is still his era. So congratulations to him. Congratulations to AEW. Congratulations to everyone involved, because this will be a lot of fun to see what he does and the havoc that he unleashes in the ring. There we go. That's my feel-good story of the night.
Oh my. I'm happy that wrestling is obviously live and kicking. I mean, it is a probably $1 billion franchise. So
Facts.
it's nice to see there's so many divisions and so many people and so many things going on with it. I'm like, I mean, I only knew something about Vince McMahon doing something or other, and then they're combining with another thing. I saw that news, but I didn't get it. But it's something about them joining two things and making them one, and I don't know.
Company, I want to say Endeavor, the company that's the parent company of UFC. I don't know if it's final or what have you, but there was a merger sale where they merged or bought, I want to say, Titan, which is WWE.
Okay.
So you said $1 billion? Yeah, it's $1 billion company, legit. Vince McMahon did not quit. Excuse me. He did not retire.
Out.
He was. He tapped out. He tapped out. He quit. Resigned in disgrace after allegations of sexual harassment, sexual assault, and payoffs that had happened this months ago. So he was out of the company. He was gone. He was done. He came back again, allegedly. He came back, kind of actually strong-armed his way back into the company for possible sales and mergers. I can't speculate on what's going on there, but I know there's a lot of stuff going on, and for him to be there is just such an unsavory thought and idea. And I don't care if he did dye his hair jet black and grew a mustache for some reason, because he looks like a cartoon villain on the worst level possible.
Search, because now I'm
look at the if you can get a before and after, it's why. It's so that's what's happening. But wrestling is alive. Even during the pandemic, they were having like empty arena matches, which was kind of weird. It was almost like an avant-garde kind of a thing. It was actually almost cool in a way. It was like a theater piece. And that's the reaction everyone had.
He looks like a sleazy salesman.
It wasn't. So it's just him coming back in. It's just
I want to Google too. Oh God.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
Yeah. Check that out.
Honestly, he could have done without the mustache.
He could have done without the 40 weight oil in his hair also, but what have you.
He looks like a mix of I'm sorry, no offense. He kind of looks a mix of an Italian and an Argentinian man. Like an older gentleman from both of those countries put together.
Sadly,
because Argentina, to me, people, not a lot of Argentinian people, but a lot of them kind of fall into that caucasity category, where obviously they're Spanish.
This is the word we're using, folks.
I know, I'm sorry.
I can't.
They fall into the caucasity category, but he also looks kind of like
he looks very swarmy.
You know what it is, though, because I could say I actually didn't like. I mean, I liked him growing up, like when I used to watch, like WWE, WWF, right. And even like from like back in the day when he still to me had like the grayish hair. It might have been like his predominant stuff. He was still a fine looking man. Now just like he got work done and took like one of like those fake mustaches that you get like the cosmetic store and just like slapped it on. I'm like,
like you're drawing. It's just not. It's so him being back and him to reemerge. He reemerged. They got the pictures that they got from him were from, I want to say, WrestleMania weekend, maybe. I want to say, because everybody was like, "Why does he have a mustache?" And I hadn't seen the pictures. Then I saw the pictures and I was like,
I hate the internet.
Okay.
I just don't want.
I didn't need any of this, but okay. Yeah, so that's my story.
Last thing is, I'll say it and I'll get to my story because I'll be next. They did I hate the internet, but I love the internet for the entertainment. They made him look like what's his face from Street Fighter? What's the homie with the nice pair of teeth that needs to be like on a Crest commercial?
I know who you talk about. So
shoot, it just slipped my mind.
Oh my god. If anyone can remember his name while you're watching, please type it in the comments. We will appreciate it so much. Thank you. Because I know who you're talking about and I cannot think of the name for the life of me. But yeah. And he's got like boxing gloves.
Bison. There we go. Bison.
Oh, from Street Fighter?
I thought you meant a different character. I was
No,
not thinking of
Like
Bison.
M Bison?
Yeah, somebody photoshopped him. I will send you guys
Oh,
a picture
God.
so in the chat. So,
Ugh.
That's actually not
but
even.
it's awful. The reason why I say Bison needs to be on a Crest commercial because that man has like the most
Yeah.
whitest teeth I've ever seen.
You know.
In every form of game, he has
Yeah.
the most whitest teeth I've ever seen.
Now I'm gonna say I don't think that that's actually kind of disrespectful and inappropriate towards Bison. I don't feel like that comparison is. Bison's done some horrible things, but I mean, come on, let's to compare him to Vince McMahon is that's not. Absolutely.
Yeah, they just photoshopped him like with the outfit. But
Psycho
anyway.
gosh, now I want to play Street Fighter. Damn.
Okay, so my last story is we're gonna still stick on this Mario train because, like I said, the man's making money, Mario money. But it won't be the best news that you hear because apparently we have a little bit of a boycott. Everybody, not from us. We just praise the movie. It's not from us. It's from an OG Mario person, and this the homie John Leguizamo. He wants to boycott the new Super Mario Bros. Movie. Now, if you guys don't know why he was the original Luigi in the original Mario Brothers movie, which came out in like what was it?
Ooh.
Like 90s?
92, 93?
Yeah, I want to say about that because it was him, Bob Hoskins, Dennis Hopper.
Yes. So the reason why, which is now like been like the top point for a lot of things in general, is that they want to have representation.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, as you know, like technically now that Mario had like more character build-up, they describe him as an Italian plumber from Brooklyn. Because obviously, if you actually look at one of the trailers, they do have a New York number in one of their trailers, and you can actually dial it, and it's in the legit number. I'll show you guys the trailer after this.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. So I understand representation, as all of us are here. Representation matters. But does people not know that the original voice actor for Mario is a French descent? And I'm talking about Charles Martinet. He's an American actor who's been voicing Mario since Mario had the chance to speak. And Mario, and that man is of French descent. He is not Latin, he's not Hispanic, he's not Italian. Literally of French descent. Oh wait, I'm sorry. But he is fluent in Spanish and in French. But still, point being, is like if you're from French descent, like I understand representation, but it's a voice. It's a voice. I can see why we didn't want to like put like the OG voice actor. I would get that because I would be like, oh well, like we already have voice actor, just put them in there.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't you just like do that instead? But like obviously people sell and people outside of the gaming world doesn't know who Charles is, which I get because you're breaking new boundaries. So it's like you're going to use a name to sell the money for it. I get it. But is it really everything to boycott a movie that's made off of imaginary characters?
People boycott many things for many reasons. I mean, that's not going to stop anyone from seeing it.
I'm just saying.
Stand. Yeah, I'm happy he's taking a stand on it for sure. But I'm like, hey, if people gonna watch it and if it's good or not, it's gonna be up to the opinions of whoever saw it. But good on them, I guess, for boycotting. Oh wow.
I think we broke
You saw
joy.
that. I think we pissed off. Wait, you see me?
Broke Joy Infinity.
Yeah.
And beyond.
Java.
Huh?
Wait, I can't even see Java.
I think,
Oh no.
I'm still here.
Yeah.
What?
First
Okay.
technical difficulty of many.
It's not us, it's you. It's not us, it's you. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, it's a technical. The picture, the freeze frame that we have for you is exquisite, though.
Yeah, it's like because like you really in thought.
Y'all
You can-
can't see me?
Nope.
No, we cannot see you, and you sound like you're an extra from T2, unfortunately.
Oh, stop.
Yes.
This is a career browser issue.
Yes.
But
Oh, I didn't use Chrome. Shoot.
That's
Dang
okay.
it.
We
Should I leave?
will.
Should I leave and come back?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, we got about 10 minutes left, so if you want to.
I'll leave back. Hold on.
Okay.
All right. And then
I
number
will-
2. Like
I will
it's
give
gonna
my,
happen, everybody.
My thoughts about this. John Leguizamo. I don't know if this is the hill you want to die on, dude. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know he had a problem with. He said a few things over the last few years that have been hinky at best.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think this is the movie for you to like try and die on, like on this hill. Honestly, man. Yeah, it's just not. Yeah.
I mean, that's just my thought. I mean, like honestly, it is just me. But like I said, I love everybody, but it's like
Oh, I have to put everything back.
Whoop! I'll take you out.
Nope.
So I'll take you out. Then that's fine. No worries.
But I mean,
yeah, this is.
you could go some more in depth into this, but it's just like that was just the story. I'm like,
this isn't the one for you to do, John. Seriously, man. I mean, all the other things that you could be speaking about and talking about, and you want to go for this one. This isn't the hill for you to die on, dude. Go. I mean, say something. I mean, obviously, say something that means something to your heart. But let's be honest, that movie wasn't good. So you might want to just kind of. It's a cult classic in a bad way. If you want to use your celebrity, your whatever, do it for something huge and big, man. Not for the Mario Brothers movie, dude. It's not the look. If I had half the stature, the clout that you have, I'd be doing something different, man. I would be doing something, that could change a culture.
True.
I wouldn't be going after this. I wouldn't be going after a Mario Brothers movie, dude. But that's just me.
He has the time, right? He's got time.
Yeah. I mean, he did what was it, Violent Night?
oh yeah, that's right.
He was in that. That was his last movie. That was his last movie I can think of, right? That was it.
And then he's been hosting the Daily Show a couple times.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The irony, dude. You're hosting a show that is a like cultural thing that changes things, and you want to talk about the. All right, you know what? Do you, man? Do you? You're a grown ass man, dog. You're a grown ass man. You can do what you want. I'm done.
Someone's buzzing. I will go next.
Yes.
I know we got this time, but this one's for Jabba-chan. So, Monster energy drink. Monster, specifically, like gaga. Like to me, it is what it is. So Monster had the balls or the gall to go after Capcom and Pokemon over the use of the word monster. Like they tried it. Specifically in Japan, like the trademarks. It said the trademarks disputes were in Japan. So they had at least they filed over 100 complaints for these two companies. Like, yo, it's gonna be confusion. How come, we are the energy drink? People are gonna get confused if you say Monster for your Pokemon and Monster for, Capcom. Like, how can you do that? Monster Rancher, Monster Hunter, but they lost. It's just so funny. They just had the nerve. Like, who do you think you are? Monster, apparently. So I just thought that was hilarious where they tried and failed.
That's an epic fail.
Yeah. Companies think they're big for their britches. They get all, we know, everyone recognizes us. Okay, good for you. But that doesn't mean you're going to put a trademark on the one word monster. Like people, you have to fight Nicki Minaj. You're going to have to fight like mad people over the word monster.
I mean,
stop it.
I'm going to say these two things to be really quick. Pokemon's been out since the late 90s. There's already for like Pocket Monster. Nintendo already got that name. Let's put it like that. And then to even track back even further, Jim Henson already took the name for the Puppet Monster. So I'm like, no. I'm leaving. No, I'm leaving.
But then, you know what? I will bring it back because my last story has to go right back to handhelds. So this one was announced on April Fool's Day. So I wasn't really necessarily looking out for it. I was like, this is a lie. But does anybody know ROG? ROG, ROG. Probably saying it wrong. Republic.
Oh, Ace Rock?
Yes, Aces
Yeah,
ROG. Yes. So they're coming out with a handheld. I thought it was a lie, but it's the ROG or the Rogue, whatever, Ally. And this is supposed to be straight competition for Steam Deck, which I didn't really plan on buying that. I don't really plan on buying Steam Deck. I specifically just want a handheld that allows me to take the game from the computer that I'm sitting at. I want to play it anywhere. Like, that's why I got this thing. But then this was a whole operation to put the thing on my phone and do this and do that and blah, 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 the cloud. And why can't I just, it's to me, this looks like a Sega Nomad. Because I didn't have Game Gear back in the day. So it looks like a Sega Nomad, a handheld Sega console that you can just take on the go. So I'm excited for it. I want to see what it's going to do. I've never been this excited about handhelds since PSP. So what do you guys think about that particular company? Because I'm new to it.
I've never heard of it, and I'm excited. Again, it's anything handheld. Yeah.
Rogue, the Republic
Ooh.
of Gamers. I think that's what it stands for.
That's a cool name too.
Asus.
I've heard of Asus. Decided to sell Asus back in the day, so I know of their products and stuff like that. They're pretty good. Their computers were freaking Gundam size, like they were massive,
God.
massive.
God.
This is the only show where you're going to get units of measurement in mechs.
Yep.
Nobody
Yep.
else is doing that for you. Nobody else is doing that for you. It was about the size of a GoBot, but I wanted something more the size of a Gundam.
Yeah,
Possibly the Tall Geese. I'm not sure exactly which one.
a mess. Literally
Love it.
awful.
And I guess that's our show, right?
Keep it like that, man.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. Oh, yes. Thank you. That was awesome. So, folks, we've given you some of the top stories of the week in geek culture. I want you to have a great day, a phenomenal weekend. Jabba, where can people find you?
Of course, you guys can find me on Twitch and also Twitter by JabbaChan2008. And if you want to find me on Instagram, it's also just plain old JabbaChan.
Joy, where can people find you?
Same thing. Everywhere. Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, all the things. Don't fight me. So Joy Infinity, right down there. I come in peace, seriously. But Joy Infinity on everything. So if you have a question or whatever, send it to me.
And you can find me at the Hungry Bleak Podcast on Instagram. You're not going to find me on Facebook, and you're not going to find me on Twitter. Don't even try. There's no point. Not on those damn. I mean, I'm there, but I really just don't care about those. You'll find me mainly on Instagram, comic book pics. You can find me on Twitch as well. I haven't streamed in a bit of a while for video games, but I may do that tonight. I'm not really sure. Feeling Destiny. I don't know, what have you. But on that note, I want you to all have a very good day. Enjoy the rest of it. And remember, folks, as always, leave it better than you found it. Okay? Thank you very much. You have a good evening and drink some water. As we go out, we're going to do a shoulder shake. Shoulder shake, y'all.